can hear this as well. I am hearing a pretty intense game of rock, paper, scissors going on somewhere around this arena.
This guy ain't nothing. This guy ain't nothing.
I'm simply quiet watch.
Rock, paper,
As we're gonna. Hey, I was gonna cast it. Good cross pass now going to Strem as they just trying to set themselves up for some offense. Strem though, that good man defense coming from Infinite as Magnow coming in. He's gonna do some spinning around into the hands of Glover. He's gonna get that to Strem, and Strem's gonna put that one in.
So Q rolls out, gets it over to Ender. Finding a pass over to the midline. Speedy takes that soft one right back up to Ender. So good look to hit him in his stride. Another good pass there to QL Young, and he'll go for that just head-on goal. Ender's receiving that one. Great save from Alduin. Another save! Alduin again! Feels like we're falling for the first time. Again! Ridiculous! 3 consecutive saves head on. When I can't go to sleep. Going in and finally gets a goal, but it was not easy at all. Well, hello everyone. Fresh off of the unmute, I'm back. Palidore here with VR Master League. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. Nothing happened earlier. We're fine. But yes, I'm here loud and clear and ready for this game, this exciting match set to begin between Instinct and Orbit. On that note, gotta switch these teams' names around real quickly, and there you go, magic. But yes, so both these teams, very high level, have been impressing throughout preseason as well as Season 1. And both teams now ready to begin on that note. So here we go, round 1 underway. And it's Orbit coming in with a 1250 MMR, record of 6-4. For Instinct, it's 1240 MMR with a 7-4 record as we launch out here for the first round. So opening it up here, welcome to the Twitch chat, everyone in the live stream, in the VODs, and all the other odds and ends. Thank you for watching, wherever you are, whoever you are. As we get started here with our first play from Connemara getting stunned. So instead, Sneaky Evil gets that one, clears it through, but there is the very fast boost on the recovery, getting to the other side, just trying to wrangle that disc before getting it lost here to Zenith now. Zenith, though, getting hit by that stack, the stun, and off it goes yet again. So the quickness, you can already see the stacks very fast at play for both sides of the floor as they do reset to Sneaky Evil here. Getting it over to Sneaky. Sneaky has some options as his stack does go to the other side, but just throws it directly into Spank's hands. So Spank very cautiously playing that lane, eyeing it all along the way as that pass went out. Here it goes for now the recovery. Perhaps it will be Kavichi looking for a pass over the hands of Cruisin', just barely missing. But right here now, it will be one scoop on a mission. Looking for maybe a 2-on-2 play, but no, the defense now starting to come back here as a pass just goes a little bit astray. And off to the bottom side over here by Pack now. Blenders gets that disc. Has some teammates eyeing there from the side. Just trying to sidewind. And up top. Won't be declined. It's the first 2 points for one scoop here. And Orbit.
11, 10, 9, 8,
And he's saying, just for them to see later in chat when they rewatch. What?
4,
Oh, that. See, I should have read that first before questioning it, because now I can't. Anyways, moving on. Will be 2 points here first on the board after about 2 minutes of play. Connemara Chaos taking this away for Instinct, and Instinct now. It's Spank, just a two-man game on their side of the floor. I said nothing, Andy. Stop doing the thing that you're doing. Where's Nightbot when you need him? He always bans for the unnecessary stuff. How about for the necessary stuff? That one is quite the stuff into the goal for Zenith. Assisted by one scoop, and there's 5 points quickly here for Orbit. Only 25 seconds into that last joust.
9, 8, 7,
It's a good way to get them started. It's 3 for Zenith, 2 for one scoop. So Instinct right back on it. Cruising here, going for the ramp pass. Bottom ramp rollout. Teams going a lot of different directions with those rollouts these days, but another misplay, a bounce taken away here, and Orbit looking to continue their little momentum that they've built so far. It's only 5-point lead, but still, at the moment, it seems like some unforced bounces, turnovers going right into the hands of Orbit. Instinct just trying to manage themselves, those emotions, get them in check as they look for maybe a shot that is almost in. That was right on the money if it hadn't been for that last second save, and this might just result in a breakaway here for Orbit instead, and it will be the case as one scoop chases it down, gets the rebound, and that is the sound of the goal. 7 points here.
10, 9, 8,
Skinny saying, am I playing this game at 0.25 speed? I don't know, are you? I don't see your name up here. You're fired. Over here, though, we'll be back to Instinct. They're really trying to kind of put a stop to this downpour from Orbit at the moment. Hello to One Zeus as well, and Late Toast, and on. It's good to see you all joining in here as Connemara just dodging through somehow. A plethora of spins does not win, though, so we'll be back to Sneaky. Sneaky back for Orbit. Orbit looking to maybe expand this lead to potentially 9 points, maybe 10 if they can get back fast enough. But actually in the back line, Cruisin's just biding his time, waiting for that disc, and he does get that through. Over to the pass here now, Kavichi taking it. Two-man game, soft dish over to Connemara. Connemara just going to have a, looks like the one-on-one opportunity as a stun does come out as well from Cruisin'. So the defense, they're getting a little bit lost, maybe double grabbing each other. I didn't quite catch it, but it looked like what could have been a 2-on-2, maybe 2-on-3, but then, yeah, that defense for Orbit just kind of got lost, and it bought the first 2 points for Instinct. So happy to get on the score sheet for them. No doubt, there's that rollout. We've seen that a couple times from Orbit. Very unique looking one where they do a very short range series of stacks. When I first saw that play, I thought it was just a headbutt rollout. But on second viewing, wasn't the case. That one almost finding the open window. Couldn't get the 3. Right back to Kavici. Looking for the pass now. Gets it to Cruzin. Cruzin has the goal, or has the goal in the back line opened up maybe. But no, cutting it off on one side. So he just goes for the pass. And eventually the shot being taken. But still Zenith will overtake that now as the defense does retreat. We know Orbit's a team who is very, very good at the slow game when they want to be. So they'll go for those back passes at times. Other times, you know, they'll just play it all aggressively, and just kind of depends what the defense does give them. But Orbit definitely one of those teams on offense who has that great team play, has the great resetting at play. And then they will set out now for Instinct instead, though. Spank, deep clear, just rolling every which way except into his teammates' hands as it gets sent back into the pocket here. A multitude of stuns will go out. And another tap out, finding Kavici nicely. So now another numbers opportunity, and there's a quick slap off a fantastic assist from Kev. Cruzin benefiting off that one. Good look. And it's a 3-point game, just like that, and we're right back in it. Instinct looking like maybe they've recovered now off that initial frazzled play to open up the first few minutes. Zeus in the chat saying, and here they come indeed. Leto saying, Palidore, Pallister, sounds very regal. Right over here, though, it will be a royal flush. Zenith dunking it in. Talk about regal. Putting them up now 9-4. What do they call those, by the way? Palidore, Pallister, portmanteau. There you go. Trying to think of the word. Apparently they call it an F if chat is to be the judge. But 9-4 and a reset. Did I miss something? I must have missed something. 4 players are in the arena here. They're saying F. People are saying ouch. Classic Scout says ouch. What did I miss? Did someone just yeet their controller or something? Or obviously something happened that I did not miss, or I did not catch. Oh, effing the... That could have came out wrong. You're pressing F for the Orbit score. I gotta watch you, Andy. You make me say things I don't intend to. Anyway. It's okay, Andy. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting that reset, therefore I don't know the time. Timeout button, please. One of these days. That's what I want for Christmas, if nothing else. Like, Questport is obviously #1 on the list for all of us. I think after that, though, I want timeout buttons for Christmas. Because I have no idea what the time was, unfortunately, so when you get those resets, I try to help out where I can and take a note of the time, but because we don't actually hear the ping of the reset in our ear until it already happens, it's kind of hard to remember. Late Toast saying, go Sneak Man. Highlighted message there. Rocks Titan. Something, Twitch Prime, subscriber badge, badger, mushroom. Something like that. Apparently these teams have agreed, though, on the time, so it will be 9-4, 3:30. No rock, paper, scissors, says Andy. Yeah, saw that highlight. In fact, that was in Lanzan's video from Space Force. He just made that highlight video from last week. Just released today, that is to say, though, but it was a really cool video, and it opened up with that rock, paper, scissors highlight between Infinite and Kangarillas. So what could have been an open goal here, though, for Instinct will instead just be declined and sent into the back line, mid-line, rather, as One Scoop does take it right back. There is someone there on the other end. It's Cruzin trying to cut off the pass. Almost does it. Couldn't quite, but back it goes now to Blenders looking for a pass. A little too strong on that one, as you see the positioning at play for Orbit. They were ready to catch it. Had Blenders been able to retain, but unable to do so. So into the deep blue zone, it will be a bunch of Orbit players looking to Orbital drop it into the goal. Could not get that one. So instead, a tap out now by Blenders there just in time before Kanemaru was able to recover. And once again, we're back to the other side where a rush pass, maybe a tap pass, trying to look for the stack, but not quite connecting. Boba just missing it, so Zenith will still get it. And that is a tough turn of events there because it looked like for Instinct they had that recovery in the bag, but just misread the disc perhaps. So right back here for Orbit, they're in the driver's seat. 11-4, 2 minutes left in round 1. Rox Titan doing a Sputnik there with an onion. Was it onion, onion? You mixed up the order of things. That's a dirty move. That's not the order Sputnik does it in. What's with you people? You're just trying to get me all kinds of tangled today. I've already had issues today with voice, in the sense that I left myself muted for most of the first round in that last stream. But like I said, not talking about it. Over here, it'll go over to One Scoop, and One Scoop getting the disc, being contested quickly by the stack, deep back to Zenith. Zenith trying to hit his speedy stack, but too fast and couldn't quite read the trajectory, but luckily they reobtain it, so now Zenith comes away with it, finding Sneaky Evil, Sneaky going into the back line, but now we're seeing Orbit starting to miss some of their passes, and some of that no doubt forced by this Instinct defense. And Orbit ultimately will retain as they send it over here to One Scoop in that upper corner. But again, look at that cutoff, the passing lanes being played quite nicely and just pressuring a lot of these discs to go astray. So right back to the other side, we're approaching the final minute. It's looking like indeed Orbit will come ahead, but will Instinct at least be able to close the gap? We'll see. Got some time yet on the clock. And especially going into the second round, always hoping for those third rounds, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen today. Both these two teams, incredibly talented, as they go for that nice pass. Found the open window just barely. He was covered by two defenders, but Kavichi still securing both the disc and the points. So with 30 seconds left, it's at least a tighter margin now. And they got a little room to work with. Barring any... Actually, no, I think mathematical time, we're out. So, yeah, I was about to say. But anyways, over here will be Sneaky Evil taking that one. Intercept going to Kavichi, and through it will go for a very deep shot. That is mighty close considering the angle. What a good look that was. I think my voice just cracked. I thought I'm too old for that. Anyway, Kanemaru Chaos will take this away. A few seconds left for one more play, just off, so it will end here. 11-6 in round 1. We still have more rounds to be played, but that will be the end of that one. And before I forget, I better go ping those teams and let them know to reset the time to the correct time, if possible. Okay, there you go. See, I'm on it now. I'm good. We're good to go. Unfortunately, my clickety-clacking on the keyboard meant I couldn't get the stats, but that's okay. They were only 3 minutes worth of stats anyway, so not much missed there. But we will go to the highlights screen here, take a look at that final score. Maybe for not too long, as these teams are already up and back because of the reset. We'll see. But yeah, just taking a look at those highlights. I have no stats for you, but I got a lot of replays. There's Kavichi there towards the end with that last goal. Just nice passes. See Instinct again. I mean, that's really been their bread and butter for Instinct. When they have had those strong games across the weeks, it's because their passing has just been absolutely on point. And they want more of that going on right about now. So as we launch out and we see a terminal just sitting there. That is sick. Terminally ill, if you will. See, it even rhymed. It's a rhyme and a pun. That's fantastic. Peak Palidore performance. Zenith, though, will come over here to the top pocket, taking it now, tapping it out, and recovered by Blenders just through. Will go a multitude of brawls coming out, as that will actually sail pretty close to that score area in threat of it, but still slapping it out there just before the stuns. We see Sneaky right above the backboard now, maybe ready to receive a pass, but Spank even more ready to intercept it. But as I say that, guess who? It's Blenders. And talk about interception kings, and well, he's pretty much the guy when it comes to those. Intercepts aplenty. So yet more stuns coming out off to the other side will be taken here by Kanemaru. Kanemaru, the very hot shot over the weeks. Just missing that one, but it's okay because Kavichi is there to save the play. Spank was there as well. So a soft shot, not quite accurate enough, but a good rebound will still get them the good results.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So now rolling out here for Orbit. It's one scoop with a tunnel. Tunnel pass, that is, going off the corner. That's going to roll very close. Just dings. Not Bing. No, we're not searching for anything right now. Seeing if I can put on my caster's googles and get back to work here, though, as I do find the pass. And that one will go right back here. Taken by Zenith. Zenith just tapping it out. Some disarray again at play as one scoop tries for maybe an anchored shot, but just stunned out at the last second there. So now finally Orbit, or rather Instinct, looking to get it to the other side. Getting it unstuck off that whole situation, but one scoop right back. Another great grab from Spank and the shield at that. Some very nice moves from Spank. And the back pass. There's a passing they need. There's a punch they need with a little bit of greed. No, couldn't get it because it's off the head, it looks like, of one of the players there for Orbit. There's a couple in there, stunned out, but still right off the head. Maybe looking for another one. Rebound. Missing the hands of just about everybody there for a second as one scoop does finally get back. But for how long is the question? My guess is not too long. And again, some ping pong as we see these teams just continue to go back and forth. It was stuck on Instinct's side of the floor for a few. Now it's stuck on Orbit's, and Orbit can't absorb it. There is Instinct with another goal, finding it. Finally, after a flurry of offense and a flurry of clears and tap outs. Basically everything. A flurry of flurries, suffice to say. But 4 points here for Instinct. Again, they need to win this round if they do want to force that round 3. The first round did go to Orbit there, 11-6. For those just joining us, because I do see the numbers popping up and popping off. And now trying to pop for a shot if he could have gotten that. Did not. Rebound will go here to Spank perhaps, but a lot of players. Blenders just taking a dive. But oh, what was that? Grab from one scoop. That was amazing from him. The shortest ranges of saves, and that one, very nice play as they go for a stack. Look at that, just series of regrabs, buying themselves the 3 points, and that is some high-level play after what was a few minutes of, kids soccer, which does happen at times. But you see, it doesn't last for very long. Just the ebbs and flows of Arena. You have these fights where it's just back and forth. No one can secure the disc, and then suddenly it'll slow down, or you'll find these beautiful plays that are just executed with perfection, just like that. On the save, the clear, the boost, the regrabs, the shot. Everything about that was just executed wonderfully. But Spank now backing it out. And the stack trying to get that disc pressuring. Again, it's cruising back there this time, trying for the recovery. Couldn't get it, so instead maybe another breakaway play, but Spank should get there with plenty of time to spare, and he does. Does have some options, looking for the crossover to the pack area. And just trying to avoid Sneaky. Sneaky is always someone tough to contend with, pressuring hard there in the defensive line. Cruising, though, breaking away, getting broken, and almost the goal. That was such a quick reaction from Cruising. I'm surprised he actually got that shield off on himself. As that one goes off, and Blender's starting to pop off himself. 6-4. Lead now going in the favor of Orbit. About halfway through round 2. So this game so far, not disappointing whatsoever. And right now it's a Cruising. Dangerous pass there. Very soft considering the speedy player who could have gotten interference on that one. And you know what? They do lose instead, so holding on to the disc a little too long there for Instinct. May cost them, especially if that goes in, but luckily it does not. Not quite sure what happened on that rollout for Instinct because between the soft pass and then just carrying the disc for too long, that was one of those kind of like unforced series of errors there. But luckily they do retain the disc. Less luckily is Blenders there to stifle it. So right back and another shot. It's 3 points from Blenders. The intercept, the boost, the shot, up 9-4. Great turnaround for Blenders and Orbit here. Blenders in this round, 6 points. There you go. So this is kind of the danger zone a little bit for Instinct. Do not want to concede another goal, so we need to see some strong rollouts, running some interference there, but unfortunately had no available passes because of it. Kavichi does cause a brief turnaround, gets it to the other side of the floor. Will roll just above that bubble and retained here, but then lost actually by Blenders, losing his hands, but then using his hands to knock that disc back loose for his team. And one scoop trying to go for that deep one. Recovered by Sneaky and gets it through. Sneaky Evil leaking and looking really good for that shot as he just barely avoided the defense, found the offense. Right now, Orbit feeling like their offense making a lot of sense here as they look to really start building this lead into something huge. I mean, 3:27 left in this second round and really pulling away strong. I mentioned, you know, on that last joust, Instinct definitely didn't want to give up another goal, and now here it goes, that momentum shift. It's always something you can tangibly see. For Instinct, they're definitely not dead yet, but they really got to come ahead with some great defense, which they are capable of, more than capable of, as Cruzen does get a grab there and dive, but unfortunately, that deep interception going right back to Orbit, and Zenith will pile it on for some more as a result. So now under 3 minutes left, 10-point lead, double digits here. Because that's how math works, in case you didn't know. I'm here to educate. For all of our 34 viewers, 35 now. That's +1. See, math, I'm good at this. Over here, though, will be Kanamara with a disc, looking for an angle, does have that open goal. Just bounces off, maybe rebound, going to Spank, but no. Snuffed out by Zenith, and Zenith looking for a clear to the left tunnel. Does get it as he stacks, and wow, look at those redirects as well. Orbit couldn't get the disc back, but they had some very nice zigzagging there while still maintaining all their speed. And it actually will end up with a disc here back to Orbit as they go for a deep clear, maybe potential shot even. Who knows these days, as it does sail back into the bottom of the floor where will be retained, it looks like, by Sneaky, but with not much time to squeeze it by. Rox is apparently very happy for some reason. And late toast, I'll get back to you in a second. Never mind. I'll get back to you right now because that pass was just off. So thank you for the Twitch Prime. That is mighty fine of you, and I do tip my hat, sir. So thank you very much as Kanamara goes in for the touch. Just weaving through, bobbing and weaving. Some very creative moves, but unfortunately, 1 minute, 33 seconds left. Just too late, perhaps, for Instinct to build that momentum that they've been desperately needing here. The opening to the round started off very nicely, but then just came the onslaught from Orbit, and they haven't really looked behind. There's that unique rollout I talked about, not actually paying off for them. That will result in an open goal, but not made, and rebounded here by Zenith now. So Zenith getting over to one scoop. That shot a bit too deep. However, there is a teammate in the general area. Never mind. I lied because finding it off of that bounce, it will be one scoop. In fact, I don't know what I'm talking about. It was a perfect shot. Not too low at all. Not at all. So 17-6. Orbit absolutely on fire now in this round 2. As we wind down these final 39 seconds and counting. I definitely did not expect the game to be, this lopsided in the second round. I mean, the first one was much closer. Orbit going for the headbutt, and will buy them the goal, in fact. So just continuing to pile it on. But yeah, because Instinct, again, is one of my dark horse teams where I can't give them enough credit for just being very impressive. They had some rough patches in there against some of the top 3 or 4 teams. But, otherwise, I mean, right there on the edge of, the top of silver or the gold areas, they fit right in. Just tonight could not get it going, unfortunately. So we'll end 19-6 in round 2. And meanwhile, for Orbit, definitely cementing themselves as if they needed to, really. But definitely cementing themselves as a strong gold and even master-worthy team. They've been stuck here for a reason. And like I said, the more time that passes, the less surprising it is to see those Orbit victories over strong teams, and sometimes even strong victories like that one, pretty decisively in the hands of Orbit. So on that note, that will be for Instinct falling to a record of 7-5. So again, still very respectable. 2 more wins than losses. Great team. For Orbit, they're going to improve to 7-4 on the season so far. So again, nothing to scoff at. Both teams very good, but it was just Orbit tonight who happened to be really, really on top of their games. and got themselves the win because of it. Now I'm just real quick verifying I got that end score right. Looks like I did, yeah. So that's all well and good. We do have one more game set, actually 2 more games, but they're starting at the same time. It's beginning in about half an hour from now, 35 minutes or so. And I'll bring the schedule up for you on that note. Actually, now that never mind. Okay, so I'm going to bring the schedule up. We have 2. I think both of them should be able to be cast. Let's see here. All right, yeah, so we have coming up be the debut of Adrenaline. So Adrenaline, one of the new teams to register as of late. Oh, wait. Yes, against Spaghetti. And talk about Spaghetti. Spaghetti and Orbit are both kind of one of those, young, unique teams that have just been really impressing throughout the weeks and months. So Adrenaline will have their hands full, looking to maybe upset them on Spaghetti in their debut. I'll take a look at their roster real quick as well. It's White Fox, Dragon King, Dual Game, and That Green Pigeon. So that will be streamed indeed by Sir Dimwee. And I imagine it'll probably be on this channel, I'm thinking. And then for the other game at the same time, Galaxy, we're seeing them for the second time today. They'll be facing off against Space Force. Space Force, of course, home to Lanzan, who made that awesome video that we played before the streams today. Highlights video, so that was cool. And yes, so those are the 2 matches for the night. They'll both be streamed, one on VRML Channel 1, which is the one you're watching right now, and then VRML Channel 2, which you should be able to find there on the homepage, just down below, and all those good places. In fact, I'll paste it in the chat just because I can. Why not? Anyway, that will do it for this one. We're going to end the stream since we do have a little bit of a gap between the matches. But stay tuned and join us again later. Appreciate everyone for joining. Again, thank you to Late Toast for the Twitch Prime. Great to see so many Primes, Prime subscriptions all up in there in the chats these days. So thanks to all of you, and also to Blastro too. He's gifted a ridiculous amount of them over the weeks. I want to say like 10 or 15 at this point. But yeah, so thank you for joining me. This has been VRML. I've been Palidore. And that was Instinct versus Orbit. Until half an hour from now, I'll see you again soon, and enjoy the rest of your half-hour evening. Bye.